Hello, this is Dr. Janice, our love, and thank you for visiting my YouTube channel. You know, the older I get, the more I want to make sure by the time I reach certain ages that I am fit and fabulous. So that means I need to be doing something in order to be fit and fabulous at any age. So join me today as we talk with our guest, fitness guru Estelle Brooks, who will show us how we can be fit and fabulous at any age. Join me. So we are going to bring her to the stage. Let me tell you a little bit about our guest. Now, I found our guest. I actually know her father, but I found our guest today because I spotted her on LinkedIn exercising. And I was like, who is this woman trying to get me to exercise? But evidently, back before she turned 50 years old, she was decided she wanted to be 50 and fine. She just got a light bulb in her head that she wanted to be 50 and fine. And I can definitely relate to that because when I hit the 50 mark, I was like, okay, if we go in here, we got to go in it right. So she started working out simply at the YMCA and eventually uh, actually enjoyed it so much that eventually and was good at it too, you all, so that she was asked to teach. And as fate would have it, she eventually not only became an instructor, but she eventually opened her own fitness facility and is working especially to help women to become fit for you. Fit for you is for you. So, everybody, please welcome to the stage our guest today, Miss Estelle Brooks.
Thank you
Welcome.
so much. Thank you,
I
Dr.
have been
Love.
excited about
Thank
this,
you.
but you know what?
Yes.
I felt like I needed to go work out before I come and talk to you today because you have been doing some fabulous things out there. But I really want to get the story, get the history on how this all happened in the first place. Now I know you want to be fit and fine, but give me the tea on how all of this started.
Well, when I look back over my life, you say when you look back over
Yeah.
your life,
Uh-huh.
when I was in my 20s, even 30s, 40s, I worked out enough, just a little bit here and there, but never was I consistent.
Hmm.
When I hit that 50 mark, like you said, that light bulb came on like you are a half a century. So being a half a century, what are you going to do with this? You want
Mm.
a quality or a quantity of life? And I knew what I wanted, the quality. I just got dove into just working out, being consistent, loving the results, and just loving what I was doing. Being a personal trainer and working with women was not my plan.
Hmm.
I just wanted to do me. As I tell my clients, do you. I just wanted to do me. But then when I start, people were saying, why don't you teach? You really got a passion for this. Sometimes people see what you should be doing that you're not comfortable with. Even though
Hmm.
my background is in social work for over 30 years. I have my master's in social work. So I've always worked with people, but I always tell everybody social work led me to being a personal trainer. It's
Wow.
just a different, working with different kind of clients. That's the only difference.
Wow. So let's go back. Let me ask you. So I know that when I started working out, maybe it was only to get some of that baby fat off. After I had my children, I wanted to get back to my normal size. And
Mhm.
then once I got there, I really didn't do a whole lot of working out until, I thought I stayed active, but I really didn't do a whole lot of workout. Did you find the same kind of thing that you experienced in your 30s or your 40s?
Yes, because we have so many other things on our plate.
Hmm.
You either married, you have your kids, you have your job, you have all these things that's going on in your life. And the sad thing about as women, we don't know how to prioritize and put us in the mix.
Hmm.
Put everybody else in the mix, but we don't put ourselves in the mix. And once we learn That once we learn that we have to be in the mix and we have to be put us first, then
Hmm.
it just pans out. Everything works together.
Mm.
Because if you're not really being the a wife or the mother, when you're not happy, the whole house is not happy anyway. And we know
That's
that.
true.
Yes.
That's true. And when I was growing up, my parents didn't work out at all, right? They went to
Right.
work and they did their parenting and stuff. So it's not something that we were taught in our
Exactly.
families to work
Exactly.
out. And so
Exactly.
how do you convince people other than the fact that they are, dealing maybe with some health issues or that kind of thing? How do you convince them that this is something that is going to benefit them?
I think that when we look at our parents, they were not taught that. They did not. All they were taught was what? Go to work, take care of your family, save your
Hmm.
money if you can, maybe go on a vacation, but that's it.
Hmm.
Our generation, because of so many health issues,
Hmm.
high blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol, so many health issues that really can be dealt with exercise, changing what you eat, and drinking plenty of water.
Hmm.
If we would just focus on putting our health first,
Hmm.
because we wait till we go to the doctor and the doctor says, here, take this pill or take this medication, and then you're on it for 20, 30 years, and that is crazy. It's no way you should be on any medication 20 or 30 years. That is
And
not
you
going
hit
to
the
affect,
nail.
right, that is
Yeah,
not going to affect something, some part of your body, something else in your body.
yeah, you hit the nail on the head because so many times people will say, "I'll just take a pill instead." And I'm really getting aggravated at the stuff that's coming out on TV now, where you give yourself a shot or something once a month, and that's supposed to help you lose weight. I'm really getting irritated with that. But as I think about how oftentimes I would start and then stop.
Yes.
And again, maybe I was trying to get ready for my son's wedding, or I was trying to fit into a dress or something like that. And I would start and be really consistent at it because I have a goal in mind, but
Yes.
then would
Yes.
just fall off the mark and then not know how to get back on the horse and ride again. So what would you say to a woman who is really dealing with the ability to start over, to just get back on the routine again?
In life, we're gonna fall off.
Mhm.
The thing is, don't stay off. You have to come back on. If you don't love yourself, nobody else is gonna love you like you love yourself. And we have to know that. So when you fall off, don't beat yourself up. Don't have your pity party. If you do, don't stay stuck. Because when we stay stuck, we look in the mirror and then we say, why didn't somebody tell me? Why didn't somebody tell me that I'm bigger than I was last year or 6 months ago? And we don't. We'll talk about you behind your back. So and so, she's really getting big. Instead of saying, what's going on? Because people have so many different things going on to their in their lives that affects their health too, and they're not taking care of themselves. We have to look at the whole person, everything that's going on in your life, your physical, your emotional, your spiritual. Everything has to come into play. To why do I keep falling off? What's going on? Why do I keep stopping going? I just know that at 50, we not have a whole lot of time to keep stop go. We need to be consistent and do it, and just do and find out what you want to do, what you like to do. One thing about my studio, it's an in-home studio. It's more personal. So when women come to me, and I do train men, but majority of my clients are women. When
Mhm.
they come in, I have to let them know this is all about you. Whatever happened before you came in does not matter right now. We, I have to put you first. So when you come in that door, all that other stuff, you have to deal with it when you leave here. But this is about you.
I love it. I love it. So, everybody, by the way, we are here for asking for a sister friend. I don't know if I ever said that. We are here asking for a sister friend, which streams every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Central Time. So, for those of you who are watching tonight, come back and watch next week as well. But today, we are talking about being fit and fabulous at any age. And as we can see, Mrs. Stell, she's past the 50 mark. She passed the 60 mark. I don't think she hit that 70 mark yet. But
I'm
even if she did,
71.
she don't.
71.
Are you serious?
Yes, serious.
Well, see, I was
71.
going off of your Facebook, your website that said that when you turned 70, there was something you were planning to do. But look at you, you are already there and you still
I'm,
slaying it.
I'm,
You
I'm,
still
yes, yes. Because
okay, so tell me.
I just know what, as women, what we need to do. And as Black women, we have to
Mhm,
prioritize our self and just ourselves.
mhm.
Yes.
Now everybody's not going to be a size 8. Everybody is not going to be small or whatever. And so sometimes because Big Mama is big boned and has a lot of weight on her and everything, we think that that's our fate. We think that okay, weight runs in our family or whatever, and so we
Right.
decide we're not going to do anything. What would you share with a woman who has accepted that something that's not true, that she's just going to be big because grandma was or mom was?
The reason they are big is what we eat. That's number one. It's what we eat before you even start exercising. Because you can exercise all you want and you put all this garbage in your body,
Mhm,
you're not going to get the results you want.
mhm,
So Big Mama or Grandma was big because of what they ate. We
mhm,
have to look at what we put in our bodies.
mhm,
For me, I do not eat meat. I eat plant-based food. That was a choice I made about 8 years ago.
hmm.
And it
What
was
led you to
one of
that choice?
the trainer I had that I still have.
Mhm,
He hasn't had meat for over 56 years, maybe by now, maybe 58, 59 years. And I told him at that time, now certain things I give up pork and beef, but I'm not giving up seafood. I already done told him what I would. And he just says, okay.
mhm,
Okay, it wasn't like a force, but I start seeing when I change my eating, how my body start feeling, how I start feeling. You know how you eat food sometime and you like, I got to go to sleep.
mhm,
I don't have that like a tired feeling when I eat fruits and vegetables. You don't have all that.
hmm,
So I just feel I have so much energy that I didn't have. I'm more energized now than I was back in my 20s, 30s, 40s, all that. I have more energy now than I did then.
wow, that's amazing. So I know that again, you work with lots of women, and we have someone who's in the audience today, Miss Kamiko Black Gilmore. She happens to
Oh,
be out here, and I watch her on Facebook. Right, she runs I don't know how many miles a
yeah.
day, and does all kinds of stuff. And so many times, not that we feel like we can compete, but we don't know what it takes to get to the place where she is. Does that happen in, if you're consistent, can that happen in a year? Can that happen in 3 months? How how long does it take to really get to a point where you doing it? You are doing it.
First of all, everyone is different.
Mhm,
You have to, and with that being said, what might take me 90 days might take somebody else 6 months.
mhm,
On Tuesdays and every Tuesdays and Thursdays, at 5 a.m. I run with three amazing women consistently. The only time we don't run is if there's a blizzard,
mhm,
it's too much snow. But what I see is if you if you put your mind to this is what I'm gonna do, and do not put I'm gonna do this in 90 days or I'm gonna do this in 6 months. Just do it and take your time, and you will eventually see the results and get what you want. But if you go in and then in 60 days your body's not like you want it, you discourage and you stop doing it. And just take baby steps. We want to like bam, a quick fix, like microwave. Everything we want to fast, warm up every no. When it comes to your body, it doesn't work like that. It's a process. It's just a slow process. Depends on that individual. I have clients that been coming to me for 4 or 5 years, and she tells me the only reason I come to you because I would not do it on my own.
Mm.
She needs that accountability partner. You have to know what you need that's best for you. And
Wow.
I
So when I
love
used to,
Kamiko. I love my Kamiko. Yes.
yes, I do too. That's my sorority sister. I
Yes.
love her. But yeah, so I do find that when I have a friend that's committed to do it, like right now, I have to make my husband be committed with me, right? So we get up
Mhm.
and walk together, we do things together. But I find out, I have found that having somebody that is committed with you, you keep each other determined, you keep each other on track. That helps out so
Oh,
much
that
because
helps
you don't
out.
want to
Yes.
disappoint the other person.
Yes. Now, like my running group, if at 5 o'clock, I'm like, we meet at 5 o'clock. So at 4:15, 4:30, we're up because we're meeting at 5 o'clock. But we know if I don't come, if Gail doesn't come, June doesn't, if one of or Angela, if one of them don't come, then we'd be like, oh, so and so might be, Estelle might be by herself. No, we gotta go. So it
Mhm.
does, accountability helps a lot. It makes you just be more accountable. That's it. It just makes you be accountable.
Mm. I love it because again, I am more apt to do it when I do have some help. So, question for you: If let's talk about eating because you've already hit this subject a little bit. So, of course, Fourth of July happened this week, and folks tore up some food. I already know it
Oh
because
yes. Oh
we kind
yes.
of delayed ours, and we had a little going away party yesterday, and we had all kinds of stuff. And of course, I made sure we threw some vegetables and salad in there. So many times because we are sedentary, we don't move like our ancestors did. We're sitting at home watching TV. We got the phone on Facebook. We are sitting around a lot, and so we think that in a sense we don't have time, but we really have time. So what would you
Mhm.
say to the woman who says she doesn't have time to work out?
One thing about women, we make time for what we want to do. I don't care what we can say. We don't have no money, but our hair, nails, feet, and we're gonna look nice. We might say, I ain't got it might not be a penny in that pocket in my purse, but I'm all this is gonna be together. So when people say they don't have time, they just not ready to do it. And that's okay. So you have to really accept where people are. You cannot be non-judgmental about it. You just have to say right now she's not ready. I've had women call and say, Estelle, I'm ready. I said, okay. They come one day. And it's
Mm.
something always is thrown in the mix. Oh, my husband, I had to take him here. Oh, the kids. I used to be like, what the? Come on. This is for you. But now I know if you're not ready, you'll be back. It might not be this year. It might not be 2 years. It might not even be back coming to me. But you're going to come back because one day, if you're on high blood pressure, diabetic, cholesterol, heart disease, you cannot keep living on just taking a pill and not moving that body, eating correctly, and drinking water. You just can't.
Yeah, I try to carry a water bottle with me everywhere I go, trying to get something. But I actually lost my train of thought here a second ago because I wanted to touch on the mindset that when we fall off the wagon, especially when it comes to food, again, like Fourth of July, might have had ate more than normal. So
Right.
sometimes we get in the mindset, well, I'm out here now, so I might as well eat that other piece of cake, or I might as well eat that cookie, or I might as well do this and then start over. Does that, but oftentimes that leads to guilt. So can you talk a little bit about how we manage that mindset when it comes to food and our overall well-being?
One thing too, I don't look at when you say a cheat day.
Mm.
Because
Mhm.
people look up what does cheating look like? What is that? Cheat? That's negative. I feel like if you're gonna eat something, eat it. Eat it, enjoy it, and just know I'm going to work this off. But I'm gonna eat this extra piece of cake. Don't put yourself in that guilt. Like you're enjoying it while you're doing it. You know it tastes good. And go ahead and enjoy it. Don't even think about what you're ready to do the next day or the next day. Just know I'm gonna work it out.
Mhm.
Don't stay walling. Okay, now I cheated. I might as well forget. No, you never because every day is a new day, and we have to realize that too. Every day that whoever your faith or every day, if the Creator wakes us up, it's a new day. What are you gonna do with that day? How are you gonna make it the best day you can for you? And one thing that when I look at every day on my schedule, if someone wanted to know what does Estelle do every day, I have my clients, but I write in me. So I'm seeing all my clients, but Estelle's gonna get in there and work and do what I need to do for me, because for my mental state of mind and being, I have to. Everybody's not going to feel like me, Estelle, and they're not supposed to.
Right.
But if you're being the best version of who you are, and that comes with life's ups and downs, do what you need to do, but keep coming back. Keep coming back because it's going to eventually stick. Because you're going to say, you know what? I'm tired of this back and forth, back and forth. I'm ready for me. I'm ready to do what I need to do for myself.
So let's talk about the process when a woman contacts you and says, "I'm ready." Let's talk about the process where you bring them in, the kinds of things you talk about. Do you talk about diet? Do you talk about
Yes.
their rest? What kinds of things do you cover with them to really get them started?
I always like them to come in and talk to me, and I send them it's like a intake form, and
Mhm.
it asks questions about if are you on any medication, do you have any ailments, and any injuries, so I
Mhm.
can kind of know when's the last time you have had a physical. It's amazing how so many times women, why ain't been in 2 or 3, you haven't had a physical in 2 or 3 years.
Mhm.
And that's the first thing you need to go to, go to the doctor for, just to get just common, just get a checkup. But when they come in, I love for them, and I always say, we're not talking on the phone. You need to come to my studio because you need to see what I have and what I'm offering you. Because everybody might not be a match. They might not like me, and I might not like them. I mean, that's just human. That's just people. So I always like for them to come in so we can sit down, talk, and I can see, what do you want in person? And I also do virtual. So I got virtual clients, and I have clients that come into my studio and to see what are you looking for? What are you doing? What do you want to do for yourself? And that's the first question. Once you accept that I really want to work out and I really do want to take care of myself, I have had women, when I say break down, emotional, because they did not even realize how much they have let themselves go. And it's not a time to beat yourself up. I'll let you cry. Go ahead and get all that out because we're going to do some work. Okay. So I want you to cry. I want you to feel sorry for yourself. But once we start on this journey, I'm gonna be on the journey with you. I'm riding it with you. And when you don't come, I'm gonna text you what's going on. I'm not coming today. Okay, well, you got a head. What's going on? Why? Well, no, it's not well. Let's do this thing and get the results that you want. And when you come in my studio, I have on my wall these words. They're quality, form, concentration, proper breathing, positive mental attitude, determination, consistency, equals results. And when I make my clients memorize these words. They don't just have to do with working out, but that's everyday living. You don't want to just half do stuff. Proper breathing. We don't even realize how much we hold our breath when we're doing things. Breathing and a positive mental attitude. When you come in and like you can be around a person and know, oh, this ain't a good vibe. I want you to come in here and have a positive mental attitude. And whatever's going on, let's talk about it. Let's let it go and let's get to going. You know.
I love it. And then they have the example of you to look at. Because if you can do it, then anybody else can do it as well.
Anybody. I am not the special one or no, I am not. I just put the work in.
Amen. So your motto is gotta do something. And
You
so
gotta
oftentimes
do something.
women are saying they don't have the money. There's lots of things that I know that you do that don't cost people anything. For instance, that jump rope challenge you just recently
Yes.
did, and now you're doing the hula hoop challenge. I
Hula
gotta go
hoop.
find me a solid hula hoop because all these ones at the little store, they little kitty ones, and I can't keep it up.
No, they
I
don't
need
stay
to
up.
go get.
Go to Amazon or get you a nice weighted hula hoop. And I really like today I did 10 minutes and I mean I was just like, girl, I thought this was gonna be it was fun. And I'm learning, I'm trying to learn how to turn kind of in and I'm kind of doing some little tricks with it, you know. But it's just my whole thing is to get you to move your body, whatever that looks like. Like with the jump rope, if you didn't use the jump rope, if you can't jump, then just move your legs, move your arms, just move that body. One thing about our body, it wants you to move it. It's like, what you doing? You're not doing anything but sitting. You know, in our society, when we get older, we get the sanitary. You know, we like, I don't need to get up and we don't have to stand up and switch channels. You remember when we have to get up to go change channel? We ain't got to get up to do nothing. We put everything in the microwave. We have life is too basic, too simple. And I tell them when the older, I teach a lot of chair fitness classes, 50 and older. And I tell them, we have to learn how to get up and down out of a chair. Don't just think, I'm get up, sit down, stand up, sit down. Things that we take, excuse me, like for granted that we're going to always be able to get up and down. If you're not using it, you're not going to be able to do it. Reaching, we have to learn how to reach. Keep reaching up. Excuse me. Because if you don't lack of range of motion, if you don't use it, you do lose it.
Mhm.
Yes.
Definitely, definitely. So yes, I appreciate that because again, not everything has to cost money. It doesn't cost you money to get up out of a chair. It doesn't cost you money to walk. It doesn't cost you money just to get up and just move. So
At all.
definitely,
Right.
that is not an excuse. Money is not an excuse. Time is not an excuse either. Even though again, we often use time as a reason why we do not take care of ourselves, but when something happens in our lives where we are forced to, then suddenly we get
Right.
all the time in the
Yeah.
world. So I really appreciate your approach to that. And I appreciate the fact that you you'll work with anybody at any age, especially those of us who are over the 50 plus age who may have given up. And we
Yes.
have you the example to look at every now and then. You used to look in the essence and you see some 80-year-old woman who's out lifting
Right.
weights or doing something like that. And I'm like, I want to grow up and be like that. So Estelle, I'm trying to grow up and be like you so that I
You-
can be fit and fabulous at any age. Because it's so easy to let life get in the way of taking
it
care of
is so
ourselves.
easy. And I have my oldest client is 80. She turned 80 and she comes consistent. She tells me, I'm gonna come move my body. I'm gonna come lift some weights. And another thing, the older we get as women, we have to do strength training. We have to use
Mm,
weights. We don't have to heavy weights, but we have to use some kind of weights. We
mm.
we have to, we have
Yeah,
to.
exactly. Exactly. That was a biggie for me because I used to think just doing cardio was going to do it,
Right.
but definitely I have had to add weights and had
We
to
have
add
to.
that strength based training to my workout. What about? I'm going to ask you quickly about this before we start showing everybody where they can find you. What about supplements and things? Are those things that you that people ask you about?
You know what? They don't, but I
Okay.
take like vitamin D, I take vitamin C, I take a multivitamin, I take vitamin E, I take A, B, C, D, all the
Uh
alphabets.
huh.
I, I do, and because I know we need certain
Hmm.
supplements, we do.
Hmm.
And I do take some. Yes, I do.
Right, but they cannot be used as a substitute for actually just moving your body.
No, 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 no.
They
Not at
cannot
all.
be. All right. So
Not
let
at
me
all.
show everybody where they can find you. First of all, on your website, they can find you at, and you can tell them what your website is.
It's fitforyouisforyou.com.
I love that because I was like, I was trying to figure what all these letters meant, right? But it for you is for
For you.
you.com. I'm
Yes,
good with it
yes,
now. So definitely contact Estelle if you would love to be a part of her fitness program. Once again, she does like people coming into her studio, but at the same time, she does do virtual as well. So if you are out
yes.
there listening and you are like, you know what, I'm going to do this. If Estelle is 70, did you say 71 or 72?
71. I
It
turned
don't even matter
71 in
because
May.
oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, in
But
May.
yeah, if it still is looking like this at 71, then we can too. And I'm just so proud
Yes,
of you and just so excited
yes.
about what you're doing. And I get excited whenever I see one of your videos pop up on LinkedIn because you are doing it. You are
Thank
really
you.
doing it. And you're
Thank you. And
changing lives.
yeah, yes. And I'm starting July 16th, and maybe anybody want to contact me. I do a virtual chair fitness. It's starting July 16th, 30 minutes, no cost. It's
Okay.
gonna be 30 minutes from 12 to 12:30. And it's starting July the 16th, and it's sponsored by Lincoln University Extension. So somebody can give me a call, I can get their email address, and I can send them any information they want. But that's like no cost. All you gotta do is click on the link and let's do a 30-minute chair fitness workout.
Okay. So where can they find this at? On Facebook or LinkedIn? Where are they going to be
Facebook,
able to
it's gonna
find
be
you?
on Facebook and LinkedIn, both of the website of all the information that they would need.
Okay, so when they go to your Facebook page,
Fit for
it's
you
fit.
is for you.
Okay, did I put it right? Did I put it right out there?
Okay, it's
It
fit and it's number 4.
okay
Fit
on your Facebook.
yes.
Okay, look at me. I
Or
got
did we
this stuff
do it?
all right.
You know what? Just
Hmm.
leave it like that. They'll find me.
Okay. Yeah, fit for you, health and wellness. And again,
Yes.
Estelle Brooks, just look her up and you'll be able to find her. She's
You can
everywhere.
find me.
Because
You can find me.
yeah, that's one thing about it. They can find you because you are everywhere and you're doing such a good job. And I so appreciate you taking out the time to
I
come and
have,
chat with
first
me
of
today.
all, I appreciate you inviting me. And I never heard, I said, what? This is, ask a sister friend. That right there is catching. Ask a sister friend. And I said, thank you for the invite. I've been so excited. And I was like, okay, this is going to be nice. This
Yeah,
is
it is. And you brought a couple of guests out here. You have some fans, girl, because several people came out here to say hello to you and everything.
okay.
Kamiko, Gail, and there's a few others out here that I don't know, but some of my followers as well who came out here to hear your story, and it's an amazing story. And again. I pray Godspeed on you. I pray that God would give you the desires of your heart. Now, there is a scripture that I read every time somebody comes on my show. And it comes from Proverbs 27 and 17 from the Good News Translation, which says, people learn from one another just as iron sharpens iron. And you definitely have sharpened up my iron today. You have given me a new determination to put a little extra in. I do pretty good, but I can do better. And
We
I
always can.
definitely, yes, we can always do better. And then again, even those days where I feel like I can't do the things I want to do as far as spending the time, you say you got to do
Do
something,
something.
right? Is that what you
That's
said?
it.
You
You
just do
gotta do
something.
something.
Got to do something.
Mhm.
So again, even if that's just taking a walk down the street or
That's
whatever,
it.
you gotta get up and move your body every day, because I'm on the computer so much. I don't always get up and move, but I actually set timers for myself so that I don't get stuck at the computer
That's
for too
awesome.
long to get
That
up
is
and move.
awesome. Yes.
I love it. I love it. So again, sister number three, Roz
Oh,
Wesley.
that's my sister. It's
She had to
five
call herself
girls.
out.
It's five. I'm number one. And then I have so that's Rosalind. She's number three. My father numbers us.
Daughter number one, daughter number two. I
Yes.
have I have three sisters too, so I totally understand that we are on each other all the time. In fact, when I get off of here every Sunday night, my sisters and I catch up because we all live in different places.
Oh,
So
isn't that awesome?
it's a blessing to have sisters. It's a
It
blessing to have sisters.
is.
It is wonderful. But yes, I can spend, me and you can sit here and talk
I
all
know it.
day.
I know.
But again, thank you so much for
Thank
being on
you.
my show. Again, if anybody comes and catches the replay, make sure you let us know that you caught the replay. And I might have to, when I might have to call you back on here sometime and have you come and share some things. We might even do something live where you teach us how to do a few things.
I would love that. I
Oh
would
yeah.
love that.
Oh yeah, well we're going to talk about that. So
Okay.
everyone, thank you so much for joining both of us today. We have been here for asking for a sister friend, and once again, we are here every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Central Time, talking with experts like Estelle, who are doing wonderful things for women that are truly game changers and life changers. So, if you are interested in being a guest on Asking for a Sister Friend, I invite you to visit pearlsperfectedinstitute.com.